Hi, Sue. Thanks for meeting me.
Yeah, of course.
How are you doing today?
I could be better. Honestly, I've kind of come in because I've got a low mood and I just want to get it fixed.
Okay, yeah. I do want to say before we get into too much of a conversation, I just want to let you know about our confidentiality piece here. So basically, everything that you say to me will be kept confidential. I'm not going to tell anyone, on the street about it or anyone else here in the building. No one. I'm not going to talk to anyone unless it's if you talk about harming yourself, harming someone else, and that includes if you harm to children. If you hear anything or tell me anything about harm to a child, then I'd have to report that to CAS.
Okay.
Yeah. So just wanting to make sure you're aware that there are some limits to confidentiality, but otherwise everything you say will stay here.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So tell me then, what is it that brought you here today?
Well, I've just been suffering from I feel so down, and I went and talked to my doctor. I was hoping to get on some kind of antidepressant to just make me feel better, but my doctor thought that it would be better to talk to a counselor first to talk about my feelings. That's not really me. I'm very busy, so I just want to get on medication and have this fixed.
I see. Yeah. Why do you think you're feeling sad though? Why do you feel down?
I guess it's because of this promotion that I didn't get recently. I was up for a promotion up against a few people in the office, and I put in so much effort and work, and I didn't get to see my daughter as much. I was staying up super late, and I was exhausted all the time, but I was putting in so much work, and then I didn't even get hired for it, or I didn't get promoted, and it's just so disappointing. I feel really low, and I just feel like I'm not motivated to go to work anymore. And I love my daughter with all my heart, but I just don't feel as motivated to play with her. I feel too sad to play like happy little kid games, and it's hard. And my friends the past few weeks have been asking me to go out with them, but I've just really not been feeling up to it.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you put in a lot of work for that promotion, and maybe you feel like it wasn't really worth it.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I put in so much effort, and I'm a single mother. I don't have a lot of time to spend with my daughter to begin with because I work so hard to provide for her.
Yeah.
And then I'm putting in more effort for this promotion, and I don't even get it. And I want to give her a good life, and I'm trying to move up in this job. I didn't have a lot of education, and I'm finally moving up, and it's just I want to give her everything that I didn't have. I want to be able to give her university education if that's what she wants.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel really dejected.
How old's your daughter?
She's 12.
Oh, what a lovely age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the light of my life.
Yeah. I can understand wanting to do as much as you can for her, and it's hard. It's disappointing, right? It's disappointment. And where do you work again?
I work at this big communications company downtown. Not really well known.
No.
ACR.
Okay. So why do you think you didn't get the promotion? Did they tell you?
Oh, it's probably because I'm a woman. I was up against 3 other males, and one of them has just as much education as I do, just the same college degree, a 1-year degree, and he got the promotion over me. Well, I've been here longer, and I worked so hard for it. It's just so disappointing.
Yeah. And do you have any other, do you have hobbies? I know you look after your daughter and you work.
My friends and I like to go out every once in a while. I've got some pretty crazy friends from, when I was back in my college days. So we like to drink a lot, and sometimes we'll do cocaine. But that's not usually what I do if I'm just like on my own or having dinner. I'm more of a light drinker, and I don't really do drugs anymore. I used to have sort of a drug problem. I did a lot of marijuana when I was younger, and then we used ecstasy and cocaine, my old partner and I.
Okay.
Yeah, my daughter's father. But he went on to use crack cocaine, and he struggles with addiction, and that's just not something I wanted in mine or my daughter's life anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I still struggle because I'm friends with those friends from college, but we kind of have different views on things now. Like, I'm a mother, and they still love to party and do drugs, and I've been finding it like really hard after a long weekend of partying with them to come back from it. It used to be easier when I was younger, but the older I get, I feel sick and hungover the next morning on the Monday, and it's hard getting her to school and remembering to make her lunch and all that, and provide a happy morning for her, a happy environment.
It's affecting you more now when you have those weekends.
Yeah, so they aren't as fun as they used to be, but I still love seeing my friends. It's just that's what they want to do. They want to get drunk and do drugs, and I used to really love that, and I still have fun with them, but the mornings after are really hard.
How often do you see your friends, do you think?
I'd say that we usually go out like once a month, sometimes twice a month on the weekends.
Once or twice a month?
Yeah. We like to go out dancing, and sometimes my mom will babysit, and sometimes we'll go away for a weekend to Chicago or wherever. Yeah, sometimes we've gone quite far. It's been really fun, but yeah, we like to party a little too much.
Yeah. And it's hard to hold back when you're with your friends too, right?
Yeah.
They're buying shots or whatever and drinking, and then when the cocaine comes out, it's just like this.
It's always what we've done.
Yeah.
It's something I always said yes to, so I feel like if I say no to it, will be less likely to invite me out, and I really need them and that connection in my life right now. I just feel like so disappointed that I didn't get my promotion, and I don't want to lose my friends at this moment.
Do they live close by?
They live in the city in Toronto, so I don't see them too often.
No, you have to actually organize something to see them because they're a bit farther away.
Yeah. And I don't click well with a lot of the mothers at my daughter's school. I've got piercings and a couple of tattoos, and I don't dress the way they think mothers should dress, so they judge me, I think, and probably think I'm not a good mom, but I love my daughter, and I work very hard for her.
Yeah, there's a lot of parents that can be really judgmental. It's hard.
And she's getting to that age where parents are starting to say more things to their kids. So she's coming home and saying, "Mom, why does everybody else have a mommy and a daddy at home, and we just have you at home?" And it's difficult. My ex is an addict, like I said, and I don't like him being around her alone. It worries me, so I'm always, I always supervise the visits. He comes over about once a month, and I'm always there with them, and we're on good terms. We still get along. It's just
she doesn't get to see him very much.
Yeah. He's not a part of her everyday life like every other kid who's talking about going to the movies with their dad and doing things alone with their parents, and it's just not a part of her reality.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm failing her as a mother, not providing her with that male figure in her life.
Well, don't feel that way, because there's multiple other male figures. It's honestly, in a way, it's better that you're looking out for her safety first of all. You're also not bringing multiple different males into the relationship, right? There's some mothers that have a hard time being alone, but you are able to be a single mom and really give her what she needs there. because it can be harder having multiple male figures coming and going, right?
Right.
But she'll have male figures at school. There's the teachers, and different things like that. It may not be the father figure, but she still does have her dad there sometimes, and you supervising it is making sure that it's a positive male, like, father
Right.
figure as well.
Yeah.
So really, you're doing very well with what's been
Mhm.
given to you. So
Thank you.
yeah,
I don't always feel that way. It's kind of nice to hear that.
well, try to believe it too. Sometimes I know that's hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You also mentioned that you do drink sometimes at home. How many drinks do you think, like, is it every night or?
No, sometimes I'll have a drink with dinner, or if my mother comes over, we'll have wine together. But my daughter's always there, and I would say I'm just more of a social drinker, so
Mhm.
moderate, not maybe a drink or two. With the meal.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not.
nothing crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't drink or drive, or operate any kind of vehicles or anything.
Yeah.
When I drink.
Now, when you before trying for this promotion, did you feel any of the sadness and depression that you feel now?
No, I think when I found out about the possible promotion, because someone was retiring, I got excited. I was thinking I could, be making more money. I would be getting better benefits, which would be great for my daughter and I. And I was really hopeful, and I thought I had a really great chance. And I don't know, my company talks about diversity and wanting to support women in the workplace and all this crap, but then in reality they aren't promoting us. Like, there's women in the workplace, but we're all in the lowest levels, and we're getting paid less than all the men who are our managers, who don't know, they don't know better than us. They're not better than us, except for that they're men.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's hard to watch.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. Have you talked to other women in the workplaces about this as well? Do they feel the same way?
Yeah, a few of my colleagues who feel the same way, and I have some friends who work in like the cleaning aspect of our building, and they kind of talk about how they are lower paid, and how precarious the work is. Like, most of them are part-time with no benefits, and it's just so messed up.
And it's so common for women.
Yeah.
But that's something you can advocate for. Maybe that, if that's something that you're passionate about, you can look into ways to address that in your workplace.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you were able to put a lot of energy into educating yourself and trying to get this promotion. Maybe some of that energy you can now put into some other aspects as well, something to make that workplace a little bit better for you as well, and other women.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're quite passionate about it.
Yeah, I can see myself doing something like that. I don't know where to start.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, that's not something I know how to do. Like, what do you? I don't want to get fired.
No, and you won't. There's steps towards it, and we can discuss that a little bit. But I'll give you some resources as well, so then you can have a look into that yourself. And but I know that the labor laws are in place for a reason. You won't be getting fired. It's just about first raising awareness and like getting signatures of people that agree that it's unequal, that it and it's not fair. And then I've got some other resources here that I'll give you. And while I'm thinking about it, I talked to you about confidentiality. I never actually got you to sign this little form here, so I'll get you to sign the form. And thank you. Just wanted to make sure we got that covered. I dropped my pen. Well, I was asking about that, like, about if you were feeling like sad or depressed before the promotion, just because it sounds like the way you're feeling right now is situational, it's because of this promotion, the fact that they looked over you and you would put so much work, and they should have seen that. Yeah, they should have, and maybe they should have had more of a discussion with you, and maybe that will help, is if you talk to them a little bit, see why they looked over you for this position.
Right.
But I honestly don't think that medication's the best idea for you right now, because with situational depression, it will pass. It's just going to be hard for a while. And I don't want you to be putting different chemicals into your body that could just make the situation a little bit more difficult for you, even because most medications will have some sort of side effects. You get more tired or sick, things like that. So I think, honestly, how has this felt to you, just even coming and talking to me?
Honestly, I feel like better already, just kind of having this weight lifted off my shoulders. Like, I can't really talk, obviously, to my daughter about this, and my ex-partner and I aren't really involved on that kind of emotional level, and my friends are, our careers are quite different, and most of my friends work in all, like, female environments. And I feel like I can't talk about my work so much. It's not what they want to talk about when we party, and I don't want to stress my mother out, and I don't have like other people to talk to outside of the situation.
So what we can do is set up a few more sessions as well and see how you feel after that. Because honestly, it just sounds like you need some extra support right now, but you're doing so well, and we've got some steps forward for you, something else to put your energy into as well, if that's something you want to go forward with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so we can set up another session. And is there anything else that you really want to talk about right now? Like your mom, is she a pretty good support for you? And
yeah, for sure. She lives with me. She's she babysits for me a lot with my daughter. She's not completely mobile, so she has a bad knee from an injury years ago. So she can't always watch after my daughter. She's 12 and running around a lot, and she's a little too fast for her. So and
so like taking her to the park and things like that is not
always in the cards.
No,
it depends how she feels when she wakes up. But, I guess that's kind of another stress. Is just always like I have two dependents, basically two people who depend on me and my income for their health care, their livelihood, everything.
Which is why that promotion, right? That would have been nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
And so does your mom get any money for like disability or anything like that?
She gets a little bit, but you know how it is.
It's not much.
It's not much.
No, but
it doesn't help out too much. But
it's amazing that you are helping her, though.
Yeah, we've always been quite close. My father wasn't around much growing up. He worked a lot, so my mother really raised me on her own. So we're like best friends.
Oh, that's really nice. Well, there are some supports for that as well. So we can look into like things for her, and again, it'll be really good for us to continue with these conversations for a while, and we can talk more about how you feel with your mother for our next session as well. And but I've got some resources here that will be good for you, and even a group that I heard about, a group for children that like care for their parents, and maybe that would be something that would be interesting as well. If you wanted even some friends in this area might be helpful. So I can look into some groups, single mom groups, things like that.
For sure.
Yeah. So you can have some more people in this area as well. And
oh, thank you very much.
You're very welcome, and I'm so glad that you came in today to talk to me. It worked out really well, and honestly sounds like you're doing fantastic, and yeah.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay.
Yeah.